Hello and welcome back. Game 2 of what's it called? BGM versus G5. I'm still Jirachi. There's still a Gert in here. Hello.
At least at last I checked I was, but
I'm just still a Gert.
I'm unsure at this point.
You go from I am Gert to just Gert to I'm still a Gert.
No, I'm telling you, I need to change my, or at least get a LAN account and name it like
Soy
Soy
Gert.
Gert.
Soy Gert. Or be like me and name it Soy Unge.
But it's taken.
Yeah. Who is this guy?
Bryloson?
Bryloson? We got random.
You fun
him. GP mate. Are you us info? I'm gonna go over to the client for a second. Cause this is great.
He's replacing Max.
This guy has no idea what's happening. This is great.
Oh, we're joined by an Opie, it looks like.
Oh really? Did the other series end?
No, it's not over. Dylan just blue screened, so he's restarting everything.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
they're going into game right now.
Nice.
We're just working on it, so I figured I'd
Wait,
just...
is game 2 just starting?
Yep.
You figured you just interrupt our cast? Can't you let me have at least one?
Who's this guy?
Where it's like, I don't have to be shadowed by. I'm tired of living in your shadow. Get out of here.
Who's this guy?
I've got more player of the games than you do.
You sure
I think
do.
we're tied, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he's gone. I don't want to join that cult. I'm so happy I swapped over to the client for this. Oh wait, he just got out. Hey Gert, move down.
Shh! Don't tell me what to do.
Oh.
I do what I want.
Opie, do you want to get in here? No, no. Okay, no.
No, the other one's... Dylan's gonna be loading back up, so I'm in game, actually.
For a second there, I thought you said OBGYN. I'm like, that's a gynecologist.
What? Okay, well, teams are getting ready.
I'll go ahead and send. I'll send Opie the link.
Okay, Bear Senor is your MVP of game 1.
He deserves it.
Yeah, 6 votes. Piper and Greg both got 2. Yeah, very well deserved. And he should have gotten one last week. He didn't, but he should have.
I mean, I think last week, well, I personally voted for him and thought that he got my cast POT. I think Piper was an acceptable player of the game as well.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at who got it. I'm just mad at who didn't get it. Let's go with that.
I am mad.
And then Piper just went off the second game. It's like, okay, if you give it to literally anyone else besides Piper, you're an idiot.
Is it a party now? Is this series a party?
I'm streaming a picture of Monica right now.
Oh no, please no.
I told Opie that I'm tired of living in his shadow and he can't leave me alone. One cat.
Alright, go back to the other channel, Dylan.
Oh god, no, oh no.
I love my team.
Just Monica. No. Okay, well, we're into pick band for game 2 now. So looks like same bands, and Diana Kog'Maw, Standard, Anivia Malzahar. They're just gonna...
What if it, I think they missed an opportunity here.
They just did the same thing.
No, are they gonna pick the Misfortune?
At some point, he has 4 picks that are all high wave clear, high damage. You cannot ban him out unless you want to pick away the Xerath, but I don't think Steven plays it. And at some point,
yep, that's
yeah,
Piper.
BGM picks the... There we go. And now Piper can just smash the lane on Misfortune.
Now, if Panda would go Leona, I think that he could definitely pull this off. But he's gonna go Thresh again.
Thing is, like, since Bison's not an aggressive laning AD carry, and the Leona wants to be aggressive in the lane, it's just, I don't know, but they're gonna pick up Jarvan for Xerath, and Xerath is a good Jarvan. And this pick I do like. I just don't... I do not... Okay. I don't like triple banning one person pretty much ever.
Shut up, Rich. You pinned a ban me.
Did I?
Yeah, last bit. You panda ban me.
I don't remember. Okay, I legitimately don't. Okay, this split.
You don't
What-
believe
for-
you don't believe in triple banning, but you believe in panda banning. So
I
I mean
don't
that's
be-
acceptable.
Okay, most situations, like most situations, I hate triple banning someone because you focus your bans on one person, it opens up everyone else. But the Ari this time into the Xerath, I like
And the
this.
Sejuani.
Kind of like this one, and
Oh.
they banned the Malphite though, and that is good because that gets, and they might also ban the Maokai here too, which has been
I'd
Jimmy's
almost
other
say that they
comfort.
banned the Bane.
Or ban no because Misfortune.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot.
It's like what?
Maybe they might throw another ban at John. Oh, there's the Leona ban.
Okay, well he doesn't have to pick Leona. He doesn't get to.
See, what I think they should have done is they should have picked Leona within their first 3. Because that's...
Yeah, Morgana.
I'd almost say, like, Panda should be playing Morgana.
Yeah,
Like, his Morgana isn't
Agreed.
bad.
There's a Maokai ban. Yep, double target Jimmy. See what he's gonna pull up next.
Okay.
Okay, they target Panda. Okay. Do they pick Alsa? Yay, they listen to you.
Okay. Yeah, Panda plays a pretty mean Morgana.
Is someone ghosting?
Oh.
No. What the?
Ooh, the
Rakan.
Rakan. I'm ready for this.
I like MF Rakan as a lane, but
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
going on to Renekton. Okay.
I really like Bear Senior because he literally plays the exact same champions that I do.
Jhin. I'm not sure how I feel about this Jhin. Into
See,
the
what I
Xerath-
think is rough is that John is he's a solid AD carry. Like, he is very reliable from my time supporting with him, but he does very well on late game hyper carries. I mean, Misfortune's obviously very strong right now, and I think that might be why he's doing well with her. But he goes for these really aggressive early game AD carries, but he plays them passively. Like, it just kind of contradicts itself. But I think if he has Panda on Morgana, which, you know, they're going to be old by the time they get out of that Dark Binding, they might have a chance to kill them. But they're doing the same thing they did last time. They're picking an aggressive lane, but I don't think that they're going to play aggressively.
Yeah, although for what it's worth, BGM picked an even more aggressive lane with Misfortune Rakan, so...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, at some point I would just like to see Bison just pick a hyper carry. He plays Jinx.
Yeah, he plays Jinx very well. His Zaya's not too bad. His Tristana's okay. I mean, if he can...
Tristana is great because, like, she doesn't have quite as much damage as, like, a Cog or Vayne or Jinx.
And she has
like,
two get-out-of-jail-free cards.
She's long
like,
range.
she has her
Yeah, exactly.
W.
Yeah, she's just one of the safest AD carries in the game right now, and that's why I play her. Like, she does a lot of damage still. Okay, no one actually realizes this, but her level 6 burst, not burst so much, but her level 6 damage is insane. If you go all in on a fight, if you get a max explosive shot, do a buster shot at the same time, that is half their health gone instantly, and you can surprise kill someone like that. No one expects it. No one expects that much damage from a Tristana early. You kidding me?
Now, I will say, I kind of like Gerg 5's team comp because they're very good. They've got a lot of single target CC, so they are probably looking to get a really solid pick comp going.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Which
And
they
BGM,
might be trying to make
yeah,
sure that Piper or Greg doesn't get to play League of Legends.
basically. It's like how BGM wanted to make sure John didn't get to play League of Legends last game. Now it's BGM's turn to feel that.
I must not fall.
Now, I'm going to wonder what's going to go on with the top lane, though, because I feel like the Warwick is going to be able to out-sustain the Renekton lane bully.
Yeah, I like BGM's comp too. The one thing I don't like is Renekton. It fits into the comp fine. It doesn't. I mean, I'm not seeing any like amazing synergies or anything. I guess like proccing the Sejuani permafrost quicker, but I mean in lane, like he wants to be a lane bully, connecting. Jimmy is not a lane bully as a player necessarily, and even if he was, like, Warwick can just sustain through all the bullying, so... And I know they did double ban him to force him onto his third pick, which I guess is a Renekton, but at some point it's like, it shows kind of the champ pools, and like, maybe how like deep or shallow they are, and this is also why I don't like triple banning, because out of 5 people in this league, someone will have a kind of shallow champ pool. Even if you triple ban someone with a shallow champ pool, you're opening up someone else. And at some point, it's like, figure out what are the optimal bans against this one person, what you have that can like just shut down their last pick. Ban one, and then just and spread the bans around. Take multiple people off their best champions, I think, is the best way to go.
I don't know.
Maybe
because like I'm gonna bring up there are a couple of people who are very, very good at their 1 or 2 champions that they play, but they may struggle in how they play other champions.
Yeah,
and I think that
a lot of people are like this. If it was just one person, okay, triple ban them, like, cool.
Yeah, because I mean, like, honestly, one of the biggest strengths that I thought with Big Anime Titties this split was that it's hard to ban us out because like you can ban Sebastian, but then you have to deal with me. And if you deal with me, like if you ban me out, you have to deal with Sebastian or Dylan or Mikey. Like it's a very, that's why I think pick ban is kind of rough. But like if you have a team with like a mid laner that has 1 or 2 champions, and you get rid of those 1 or 2 champions, they're obviously going to struggle.
The thing is, Greg, I really don't like this triple ban against Gerd 7 because he doesn't just have 4 champions. He has a lot of champions.
No, he has a very big...
He has a
No, I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, no, I
think they possibly wasted their bans on Panda. I would say probably Leona would be a good ban. Janna, I mean, they're not really going... They're not trying to, like...
They have an engaged comp. They also have an engaged comp with this ish with the Sejuani Rakan. So I don't mind the Janna ban again.
But I don't think that like the Thresh was necessary.
No, not at all.
I don't think Panda popped off well enough on the Thresh to really do.
No, honestly, I would have probably just banned the Morgana because you see they have a bunch of CC. They're gonna want to protect, like, no matter what they put Bison on, he's an AD carry. You want to protect him, and then Sivan. So like him dashing around with a black shield on him, that is. Ooh,
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. And
who are you?
For shameless slight self plug, like PSF last split was the same way. We had like 8 must ban champions against us, which don't have 8 bans. So yeah.
Well, it's just an interesting thing to think about. But
at some point,
what do you
prioritize?
Who do you think?
But prediction, yeah.
For this game.
I mean, I know I predicted the 2-0 for BGM at first. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna give this one to G5. T-Vanguard is Ahri. He can work some magic on Ahri, and especially he has a good lane into the Xerath. Like Ahri can just be all over the Xerath, and yeah,
absolutely.
I think he can hard carry this with the help of Zerok.
I can probably agree with you on that. I think that if they can pull it off, I'm going to use that precursor there.
Yeah.
If they can pull it off, I think that G5 can definitely win.
It's gonna be
potential.
It's gonna be through Sivan. I think if they win, and
honestly,
I'm second guessing this prediction now just because of how BGM looked last game and how they've looked this season. They've just looked really good, and they're great in team fights. They have another team fight comp. You know, I already picked them. Well, I picked BGM to win the series 2-0, but then I went back on the... am I allowed to just say BGM still wins this game?
And I mean, up until the point where, like, there were some missteps last game, the game was actually pretty even.
Yes.
Like, they were 1 or 2 kills, like, shifting in between them. I think the most I had seen before things started snowballing out of control was, like, 1,600 gold. So it wasn't, like, that big of a difference.
It was just
if they can keep that, instead of throwing their game away, then I'm pretty sure they can actually, do something with it. But I preface my prediction with if they can pull it off, I would give this to G5.
Yeah, this one is really hard. I said G5. I'll stick with it. But I will be 0% surprised if BGM wins this game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, what do we got? We got some invade.
I just think-
got some invade shenanigans.
I think top lane's going to be a big factor because if Jimmy's not on a comfort pick, I mean, is he on a comfort pick? I haven't really seen him play Renekton.
He's not as it's not as comfortable as Malphite Maokai. Let's go with that. Although I also have not seen him play. Oh my god.
Crash talking Guy Fieri. If you're watching this chat,
I turned down
Greg
chat to
says-
minimum for stream.
I was about to say Eric just figured I'd let you know. Greg says fuck you, and Chris also says agreed. Enjoy.
Nice. Yeah.
Looks like both teams are playing pretty safely. I'm not seeing any PMA LCS invades. Because there's at least one per series.
Basically.
You know you're a true recon player if you do that spam with the pocket watch.
Oh yeah. You know you're a true Zyrakon bot lane when you spam dance in the lane.
Yeah, that's fun.
Get a kill, immediately just go over and just start spamming dance. It's great.
No, I'm just waiting to see the difference between how Piper plays Misfortune versus how John plays Misfortune. Piper's probably going to take this lane by the balls
Dude,
and shove it.
Piper is really aggressive in lane. He's just a good laner.
Now, something that I like about Panda's Morgana pick is he can drop the MF passive with just one W. He doesn't even have to hit his Q. He can drop the W, get the strut passive to stop working.
True. Huh, I didn't even think
So
about that.
it's just it's easy damage, and he can just stop it from happening. Now,
Right. In the meantime, though, he's gonna take Q level 1 and miss it.
the mastery.
Yeah. Oh, but
He
we
needs
talked
to
about
take
Dr.
Black
Volmundo
Widow.
sustaining, but when he gets beat up on, he gets beat up on.
Yeah. Now, when Panda hits level 2, he should probably go for Black Shield to stop the Recon engage.
Yeah.
But I'm almost tempted to say that he's probably going to take W level 2. Just with how aggressive their lane is, though, he needs to put that Black Shield on.
Needs Black Shield now, yeah. But Dr. Volmundo actually not respecting this Renekton at all. Jimmy apparently is kind of comfortable on it.
Yeah, I mean,
is
Jimmy's
bullying
straight up
Dr.
bullying him
Volmundo.
out of lane.
Yeah. Weird question. Can I just shorten his name to DVM because that is so much quicker? Oh wait, but Jimmy is going in on the wall.
How about
We're
you
gonna
just-
land the fear though, and well,
I'd almost say just call him the Doctor.
the doctor.
The Doctor.
But which number the doctor is he? I get. What
Just
are we
the
on
doc-
now? He's
The
number
Doctor.
number 13. Oh, Sevan missing a charm.
Oh, Stevan
landing
is
the
just
orb.
like hitting hard with that Ari damage.
Not even hitting the charm, just hitting the other stuff. And I think he mentioned he likes to take cheap shot actually on Ari. So, because like hit the charm, it just hurts.
See,
So,
what I would probably have
yeah.
done with I'm gonna take a look at Jimmy's summoner spells here real quick. Jimmy should probably have taken Ignite on Renekton if he's trying to bully the Warwick out. I mean, he's doing a good job, but I
Yeah.
think that Warwick
Yeah,
is
they
just
don't
gonna
have an
that.
ignite. Oh, but the flash forward from Fish Baby actually goes into the charm. In the meantime, Zerok going bot lane. That was actually a sick flash from Sevan, but it's not gonna matter. They're gonna have the permafrost. They're gonna have the first blood for Fish Baby.
Whoever's streaming the screen's black. By the way.
Son of a...
So I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of the chat. You're welcome.
Thanks. I'm an idiot.
I mean,
Wow. It had... Okay, you know what? It hadn't happened to split, so it's bound to happen eventually. Thanks, Gio. Oh my god. Oh
Alright, we can
wait,
do
the
perfect.
stream missed its sick charm!
Oh,
Wait.
there we go.
Oh my god.
We got an engage down bot from the Recon, but Morgana Black shielded it, which is good.
Stab myself now.
Supposed to.
But it's okay, we'll keep going. We will be keeping going. Oh god.
Hey, if you figure it out, I'll just kind of like casually discuss what's going on.
Okay. No, I figured it out. I'm just like pissed at myself that I missed a solid 5 minutes of action.
Top lane, wet noodle fight. Mid lane, pew pew.
Pew pew.
Jungle,
Steven died. Yeah.
Back and forth. And then we have
A 13 CS lead for Piper.
yeah.
15.
This is what I'm talking about though. Like, they should really be playing aggressive. They have the capability with Morgana Black Shield to stop when you're engage where Khan has, and the pick potential with Morgana Jhin. Just like they won't get.
It's not the play style they have either, so it's.
No, they really need to kind of figure out what all they're trying to do with this lane.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It looks like. I mean, it's not warded.
Oh, Valomundo gets the fear. Is actually taking Jimmy's super load, forces the flash. Okay, but he's taking minion aggro. Minion. He died to minion aggro. Are you kidding me? Did that just act? Oh my. Did that actually just happen?
I think it happened.
Oh my god. Oh, Bison does get knocked up by Bear Senor because Panda's not here, but just eats a auto and that's about it. I can't get over that. You died to minions. You had a bush next to you. You were clearly taking minion. How'd you die there?
Minion. See, I
was talking to Guy Fieri once, and it's like half of being good at top lane is not taking minion aggro.
Yeah.
Not randomly taking minion aggro, and right there we've got.
Hey, there's another boss. Of course. Oh my god. Quick, guys, we need to get into a separate chat with the referee.
Oh my god, stop. Boy.
Please report this misfortune.
Oh my god, who paused it?
Everybody, please make sure to report this MF after this match.
Oh lord.
Per request of Gerg7. And again, we got the CS totals in bot lane. Piper is just outshining John in the CS game.
Yeah, that's just casually twice the CS. I mean, it's also a misfortune. It's like, what do you expect? But...
Yeah, but I mean, Jhin has pretty decent wave clear. Hey, we got a good W off on misfortune.
Deadly Flourish.
Hey, I'm just calling them what they are.
I am too. I'm calling them the proper names. Dr. Volmundo popping the fear, gonna go in onto Jimmy. They're sitting in the bush. Okay. Execute. Oh wait, Jimmy took execute, and he's beating up on Valomundo. Pops that ult from both of them, and it's now just a wet noodle fight. But Valomundo is out of mana. Jimmy is also out of mana, but he doesn't need it, and is about to. Ooh, that was sick.
Wait,
oh my god.
Can we talk about the minion that's like stuck in the top lane turret real quick? Yeah, look at it.
Oh yeah, true. Oh wait, Jimmy. Oh, forced the flash. Jimmy doesn't have his. Okay. Valomundo lives for now, and oh, Steven's roaming up. He wants some crocodile meat for lunch, but he's only gonna eat some minions.
I know it's completely different because it's a different animal, but have you ever had fried alligator?
No.
That shit is amazing.
I do not doubt you. Doubt that. Words.
Words are hard.
Words is hard.
Okay, we're gonna possibly see some bot lane action.
Something, something. I know words. I have the best words. Blah, 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 blah.
I have the best word.
I have the best words. But do I really? I'm a musician, not a linguist. I clearly do not.
We might be seeing some action here in the mid lane. Both junglers are lined up to possibly do a gank.
And also, Bison is lined up to be out of position and die. That's all I got from that. We'll analyze it later as Dr. Volmundo.
Now, why did Panda?
Why?
That's what
Why did Panda
why did
leave?
he back?
Hold up, why did he back?
Like straight up.
Wait, true.
They either need to coordinate their backs together, like shove out the lane, or they need to get some.
Wanna rewind real quick and find when Panda backed and why?
Yeah, let me do that here.
He's not completing a power spike or anything. He has coin, crystal, and
Yeah, he backed at full health and full mana.
What?
Like, I don't know.
Wait, what? Why?
I guess, like, I couldn't tell you. Like, he backed at full health and full mana. I mean, if he was, and honestly, if he's taking coin, there's really no point in backing when you're at full health and full mana because they're shoving you in enough. You don't need to buy Sightstone just yet. You don't have to do that.
I mean, yes, Bison stepped up too far, didn't respect the opponent's level
Absolutely.
6, but like, there was a chance he wouldn't have died. He had flash and heal up. If Panda just put the black shield down, then he can get out
Panda
of that.
can literally shut down the Rakan on at least one of his.
I mean, yes,
But,
Bison
like,
would still get charmed. I don't think Panda reacts to that quick enough, but
Well, it just depends because like if Panda can throw up the black shield anytime he sees Rakan jump, because I want to say Rakan W is a little bit,
it's pretty telegraphed. It's really telegraphed.
but like it's very telegraphed. He has like that second of delay or like half second of Rakan jumps in, because like Rakan jumps in and then like there's a delay and then the knockup. If at any point he could just throw up the black shield, that'd be good. But Panda needs to figure out, like, either communicate better with John on, because like straight up, I think he had the upgraded ancient coin and then he, I guess, like undid that to buy Sightstone. I'd almost say that they've got really good vision control in the bot lane, yeah, but I don't think it's worth sacrificing the life of your 80 carry just so you can go buy Sightstone when you're full health and sorry, I'm just like
it's a support thing. Gert is just going on. It's okay.
well, no, like John either should have backed with them.
I'm gonna just pause you because we've got a gank and Valamundo appears to be very dead. Who's gonna pick up the kill? It's gonna be Gert 7.
That kills
his first kill. We've got 4 kills for BGM right now. 1 on everyone except the support. Pretty much what you want. Just evenly spread out the wealth. Especially when you want a team fight. Like, that's great. If one person gets picked off, who cares? You have 3 more decently fed people to deal with.
I'd like to point out here real quick that Piper is almost triple by CCS.
Oh my god.
And that's the thing. That's the difference that a good support can make.
Oh wait,
like,
Panda popped the black shield early. This is dangerous actually for Gurg 5, but Sivan using the Spirit Rush, just gonna chunk down Gurg to half health, probably not quite as much as he wanted to. Has a last charge, but he's gonna go in. Does he have Charm up? Yeah, he does. Gonna pop that Ignite, but Gurg's having to use the stopwatch. Gonna flash away, and the last flash in for the auto dodges the Overtake Assault from Fish Baby. Is gonna be able to get out. His Zerg comes in with the flag and drag. Yes, he is gonna be able to get out. The Charm coming down. Fish Baby, he has the damage. Cataclysm's in. They're gonna pick up 2 kills.
that was intense.
Oh, that was actually really beautifully played from Sivan and Zurok, and this is what I was talking about in Champ Select. If they win this game, it's because of these 2.
I remember in our series against G5, like probably the biggest players were Zurok and Sivan.
Yeah.
I mean, just straight up.
I mean, you look
Zurok.
at this team and that holds true, but oh, Sivan, TP came in from Gurg 7, but nice Charm gonna stop Jimmy in his tracks, and he's not gonna have the gap closers to get in, so TP burn and Sivan gets out with his life, and in the meantime, Dr. Valamundo is pushing top lane, but Panda is just completely out of position, gets taken down.
Yeah, like
What? This might be a weird way to put it, but Panda is playing with no respect right now. Like, straight up, he like just walks into a misfortune Rakan like it's nothing. Just leaves his AD carry alone, expecting like nothing to happen.
Jimmy is
In the
pulling
meantime,
a really
Jimmy, yeah, Jimmy
Jimmy's
has
catching
he has a black
Valamundo.
cleaver completed. But in the meantime, Zerok, Glacial Prison's gonna go down, and he's gonna be very dead. Fish Baby Bot gonna secure that kill. Jimmy flashes forward, gonna keep laying down the damage onto Volimundo. Volimundo picking up these little fruits and gonna just fear Jimmy away.
Tell you what, Volimundo is very comfortable with his champion. Like, I'm gonna point out the fact that this guy has artfully used his howl, like, every time. It is actually pretty spot on when he does it too. I'm impressed. So I think honestly, it's gonna come down to lack of damage on G5's part. I just don't think that they're gonna do it. I think Sivan is gonna do a damage, but I don't. The question is if it's gonna be enough. Because right now
he has to find Piper or Greg. Has to, and maybe at some point has to find both, which at some point that becomes impossible. So
now things may be different in the team fights. They may get a good, fight off, but with how behind their bot lane is, with Piper being almost 3 times the CS of Bison, and then Panda just backing with full health and mana,
and then plus
basically leaving his 80 carried.
Oh god. Piper is up 2.4k gold on Bison.
Yeah, it's sad. And something else I'd like to point out, I'm not trying to rip on them or anything, but the execution of the Morgana Q and the Dark Binding and the Deadly Flourish, one of them needs to negotiate who is going to make that stun first. I would almost say that they should lead with the Deadly Flourish, and then once that's about up, go with the Dark Binding. Simply because they won't allow them to move. But it's just the execution has been a little lackluster.
I mean, this bot lane wants to find picks, but you're not going to find picks into a Misfortune Rakan that's just bullying you around.
Yeah,
so,
and
he's rushed Boots of Swiftness, so he's really going to have no damage. And in the meantime, Dr. Fulminder's trying to get some damage top lane, and Panda goes down again. But Zerok is here to back up Bison, so that's something. But it's going to be a 2v4. Fish Baby's here as well, yeah.
Bison has ult too, doesn't he?
Yeah, but that puts him still against 4 people, and they're just going to give it up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
This is not looking good right now for G5. They're down 6k gold, 16 minutes. They're piled all in onto Sivan, who isn't even ahead. He's just kind of even right now with Greg. And they're rotating up. Jimmy gonna try to go in. Does get charmed up.
Playing a little ballsy there.
Yeah.
Just running at him with his ult.
Dominus, right? That's just casually looking up ability names, but yeah, that's gonna be 5 people from BGM onto Cloud Drag. Pretty much no contest from the members of G5. So they're just looking to push out some lanes, maybe get some tower damage. Top tower is really low. Volimundo might be able to take that down eventually. Zerok is just sitting here farming Gromp, while there's people who just took Dragon, and he might actually go down for this. Does flash away. It's permafrosted though, and Panda's on...
Flagon Drag?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I think he used it trying to clear Gromp, and...
Well, I mean, to be fair, not that I don't... I'm sure there was some issue with it, but I'm pretty sure he just kind of was like, well, Dragon's gone, I'll take Gromp. Which...
at some point, it's
pretty sensible.
If you know they're taking Dragon, you know they're in the area, you know they probably have a bunch, the map's dark. Just go
then
somewhere else.
They just need more now. Panda just putting the board out.
Well, Volimundo's gonna finally take down top tower. Gonna use the Infinite Duress onto Gurk 7. Using Primal Howl, and there's the Binding Deadly Force combo, but they don't have the damage. Gurk 7 flashes away. Oh, he misses Ito in the flash in from Volimundo. Gets a solo kill. Nicely played by the Warwick.
It's kind of
and Bison does get out. Okay, Zerok is here as well. Does miss the Flagon Drag, but there's the Cataclysm. Piper flashes out, and in the meantime, top lane. Volimundo gets a double Primal Howl, but this sees a dead Warwick eventually. Fish Baby Bot picks it up, and in the meantime, bot lane got out alive, but Sivan's here. But he has no vision, and he's just gonna dash, flash away. Gets the charm onto Bearson. Ooh, takes him super low, forces out flash and a heal. That was ballsy from Sivan. living life on the edge. Doesn't get the positive net summoner spell trade out of that, and in the meantime, he was getting mid while there was a bunch of attention being focused top and bot, so that brings some of the gold back. It's going to come back to 4.5k, which is less than 6k that it was before, so that's fine. Now they just gotta kind of focus on getting bot tower, evening things up, although Baron is spawning soon, so of course they don't want to be committing too much to bot lane. And at this point, I kind of just want to see the Ahri and the Jhin just kind of wave clearing. BGM don't have great siege, like they have Gurk 7 to poke, and if Piper lands an odd double up off a dead minion, then that's gonna be great, but they have much better engage. So with if Siva and Bison just stay at distance and wave clear, like this can just be a wave clear fest, like they're doing right now.
Yeah, it's
the thing is, Gurk 7 can poke. Siva and Bison can't really, but is Jeremy going
I just
on
think
to
it's more of like a matter of like the thought was good in their team comp. I seriously thought that they could do something, but the execution is just very, very.
Yeah. And actually, Sivan being out of position trying to kill Ward, he's around the side, he's trying to threaten the flank. Fish Baby Bot uses the Arctic Assault, and Sivan also misses a charm. That might be a dead tower. It almost goes down, actually. Not quite gonna get it. So the siege will continue.
Now, Rich, I'm not too familiar with ADC, obviously, but with Jhin, if you're behind, do you want to build lethality? Or do you want to build, like, just go for the crit build?
You want to build more lethality because it's cheaper.
It's cheaper. Okay.
And they do only have the Fish Baby Bot tank. Oh, the Chosen
the
on Piper!
Oh,
They're gonna find
Piper!
that kill. That's a huge pick. Their Senor not gonna get hit by a Dark Binding, but they're just using everything on the Jimmy. They should have this pick. Some AoE from Xerath is going to chunk them, but they pick up 2 kills. That was a beautiful charm. Oh my god. Sivan is just he only has 1 kill. But he's just like, I'm putting this game on my back. We're gonna do this. And are they gonna find their Senor? They will find him with Sweeping Lens. Flag and Drag, not gonna quite hit. Oh, but does get the knock up with the Grand Entrance. And now they can't really siege this.
See, that's why I really like Rakan, is that like Rakan is really mobile. And
Rakan's escape is also a CC. Oh no, Sivan's out of position. The box shield is actually quite nice though, but there's so much damage. Their Senor still going onto him. The charm is just gets killed by the support, and now Panda's dead. That was an overstay from G5, just plain and simple. G5 more like G5k gold down, and now -1 Baron eventually. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I can hear Gert being done with me right now.
No, I'm just surprised that you haven't, like, left really bad puns.
Yeah, basically, Zarok is hanging around.
Now, is this...
Ooh, this is the opportunity for a steal. He's gotta go in like now. Jimmy's here for the zoning. He's gonna go in now. They're just gonna focus him. That was too early. Okay. And the bye-bye Baron steal opportunity. He was just like, I gotta go in now. Jimmy's gonna kill me. But then he hops in the that. Yeah, very nicely played actually. The Baron set from BGM. They have someone to tank and Fish Baby, so you just send Jimmy around to zone off the jungler, and it worked perfectly. You get Baron and they get a pick.
You can just tell that there's a higher level of coordination BGM than there is with G5.
100%.
It's just like, I feel like G5 doesn't really have the central, like they just kind of are all over the map. You got Chris kind of doing his own thing, trying to make sure that he can get some farm, but then you have John in the mid lane without a support, playing in a mobile ADC. And now, I can relate to Panda. Like, if my ADC is doing horribly, I want to get the hell away from him. As bad as it sounds, but like you have to get other lanes ahead too. Yeah. And if your ADC is just like deadbeat, you can't really do much.
Yeah.
It's kind of something you have to do in solo queue. But Panda's just not really.
I know a lot about
it's not really
supports carrying brain dead AD carries. What?
I know, right?
There's Senor soul deploy buff. Okay.
Why don't you think I duo with you anymore?
Oh, Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Time to server mute Gert. something abuse of mod powers. But they're in buff. They're just gonna be sieging
Like,
now.
I just want to throw in a comparison here. Like, if you look,
Oh wait. I'm gonna throw at you. Gert 7. Mundo try, but they don't get much out of it. They do have the pick on Fair Senor though. Redemption comes down and Flea Panda picks up the kill. The TP coming in as well from Jimmy, and he's just dashing in. They're gonna take down Mundo eventually. There we go. Gert 7 with the final artillery shot takes him down. Zorak was not there for that fight, and he is here now with full health. So is Steve, and Panda just gets picked off by the
oh my
double up.
god, that double up just
Welcome to
Panda.
misfortune damage. He just stood behind a random minion. I'm not gonna even fault him for that. It's hard to keep track of those minions like past
it
lane.
is, no, 100%.
But
It's just like that's the potential that John could have had last. But
great
wasn't
awareness
it.
from Piper to know you can do that. And Steven, he wants his pick, but he can't really. Just gonna try to wave clear, but wave clear against an inhib does nothing. They're gonna take that bot inhib down, and they're BGM. They're not steamrolling this game, but they are slowly just getting further and further ahead. And G5 got some picks, but they're
honestly, I want to say that they're steamrolling pretty hard though, Rich. They've got 3 more turrets,
They're
7 more kills.
steamrolling except
7,000
for
more
some
kills.
picks. They're giving up some picks. It's not the cleanest game in the world, but it is steamrolling, I'll give you that. Mundo's looking for a flank. Does have almost have infinite duress back up. It'll be just 5 more seconds. Zorak goes in for the flag and drag, but doesn't find anyone. Has to flash out. Watched engage there. Steven uses the spare rush. Gonna use the charm on to fixate, not the optimal target. And they just burn actually quite a bit. The flash forward from Gert. Question mark. Okay. Uses E on the minion, but G5 burning everything and not even getting really any chunks mean that BGM can just push forward, get their second in hit.
Yeah, I honestly think that
there's a steamroll now.
It's again just with that execution. G5 either doesn't have a solid shot caller, because it's like they're trying to control. They have, how do I put this? They have too many chiefs and very little members of a tribe, you know? Like, they need to have somebody that is in control instead, because, like, I just don't... They're all out there while they've got supers in the base.
I'll put it this way. They have 2 sous chefs, a soup chef, and a pastry chef, but they don't have a head chef. They have 2 people, I mean, just based off my analogy, just Seaman and Zorak, that can lead things, but just not quite enough. You can't command an entire kitchen.
And just there was just some not as great coordination, and I got a Dorito stuck in my throat.
And
Coordination.
Mundo is way out in the jungle when he has no reason to be.
There's just not as great coordination, especially in bot lane. Like, that I think is the biggest problem. Mid lane, you know, I honestly, I'd say Sivan and Gurg 7 are actually fairly... This stupid Dorito in my throat.
It's really even.
It's reasonably even.
Yeah.
Like, I think that if they can hold their own pretty well and just let other lanes snowball, then that's okay. But you have to have lanes that can snowball. And just the bot lane from Gerd 5 just was not able to do that.
100%. And
you know, when you have a support backing when they're at full health and full mana...
oh my god, you're still going on about this, dude.
No, but that's the principle, though. That's how they got ahead. Like, Panda literally threw the lane when he did that.
You're not wrong,
I mean,
I'll say that.
They, you know, it just... I don't know. There just needs to be better coordination, in my opinion, with G5. Let's see.
Okay, well, top tower is about to go down, and Ozrak goes in, doesn't find the Cackling one. Library flashes out, but the bullet time just wrecking Volimundo. But the charm onto him, they're gonna take him down actually. The shutdown coming in actually for Zerok. He's super low though, and the rest of G5 is low. Seavan gets knocked up by the Arctic Assault.
Oh my god.
He's gonna go down. Greg is just going off, double kill for him, but big Jimmy going hunting for a bison. It's, I mean, I guess crocodiles can eat bison. I guess that's how it works, but it's 4 dead for BGM. Yeah, 4 dead for BGM. BGM's only missing their AD carry. They're gonna take down both Nexus turrets. They should be able to secure this 2-0. Senor misses a flash grand entrance, and I believe with that they secure first place for the split. Yeah, they do. We have our regular season champions. Just to grill them with these.
They played phenomenally.
Dear
like
God.
it was great. Now I'm wondering who their shot caller is. It's probably Greg.
It's actually kind of a mix. They do not really a democratic system. It's just like everyone contributing, and then someone's just like, let's just do this. It's not. They don't have one shot caller, but that's in some ways that's even more impressive. Like they work so well together without one person to guide them. They're just all on the same wavelength, and
Right.
It's with how well they've been playing. I don't know if they've dropped a game since they lost to War.
I don't think they have.
I'm gonna have to open up some stats and just check that, but yeah.
Yeah, they just executed that extremely well.
Wait. Jimmy had the second most damage in the game, huh?
Yeah, okay, I gotta give Jimmy credit. He popped
Dude,
off on the Renekton.
Jimmy did great. Like, he looks so good on that Renekton.
He did exactly what he needed to do, which was bully Volimundo out of lane, kind of roam when he needed to, and just be that big, scary crocodile that people run away from in team fights. He just runs at him. He always charges at him and they run away. I loved it. He did what he needed to do. And I feel bad for doubting him, because, I mean, Renekton's just one of those champions where he's like feast or famine. Like, he's just, if he's famine, he's kind of just there. He's meat.
He's useless.
But Jimmy made sure that he wasn't useless, which I think that was great. He did a good job.
He was a bit behind in CS in lane, but I mean, he was bullying Volimundo around. Like, Volimundo wasn't able to quite sustain up enough, and he got the solo kill, and the lane was like, there were several just little things. Like, we've beaten to death Panda backing on full health for days, so I'm not gonna do that. But the minion Volimundo just taking the minion aggro, going back in actually, didn't go into a bush, didn't cancel it or anything, getting the solo kill for Jimmy, that did so much for the top lane. If Jimmy hadn't gotten that kill and Volimundo got to back, that lane would have been much harder for him.
Mm-hmm.
And also credit to everyone else. Like Bear Senor, just solid as always, making plays on the Rakan. Gurk 7 and Fish Baby Bot also just popped off. Like, Fish Baby Bot's played teamfights so well.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, his last split, he was a really solid top laner, but he's obviously carrying over the
He has gone off this split. He is possibly the breakout star of the split. And there's been a lot of like breakout players, but I think breakout star, Fish Baby. So MVP polls in chat. Go vote in that. Greg put it up, I believe. Who do you give MVP to?
You know, I almost want to say, I mean, there's the obvious, Gurg 7. He actually had some really good map control. His roams were awesome. He always ulted whenever there was something going down off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can look at damage charts and stuff, but I honestly would say that, like, I'd say Gurg 7 with his just overall presence was fantastic.
Actually, okay, correction. They lost one game. They dropped one game to Hidden Valley Ranch, but they lost to We Are Rhino, and other than that, they've just won. They're actually now the most dominant team in the history of PMA LCS, actually over TSF, because they last week they just matched the record of TSF 13-3, 6-1-1, and with the extra game, with an extra win, they are the most dominant team. So yeah.
I think they played it very well. And if I had to give it to a second person, I'd almost say Piper or Bear Senor. Bear Senor had some kick-ass engages.
Piper played well, but not like with how the rest of his team played. I'm not even considering him for MVP. Not even a knock against him. He did his job. He
did exactly what he needed to do. Like I think.
Yeah.
I wish we could have like for us. I wish we could have like be like an MVP because I think. No, I'm not kidding though. Like,
no, you're not.
The coordination. Like,
I don't disagree.
It's just I don't know. I think Greg overall had just better control over the map.
So yeah. Let's just open up the MVP poll for just another minute. Actually, no one's voted in a little while. Big deal. Jimmy currently is leading. So if you really want to see him get MVP, or you want to see him not get MVP, go vote.
I mean, I don't think Jimmy would be a bad idea. Like their team overall, I mean, they have each got the.
It's so many BGM games. It's been who do you give MVP to? There's no obvious MVP ever, except for Piper's 17-1 MF game. Like, yeah, there's an obvious one, but most of their games, it's been just the team playing well together, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I'm honestly gonna miss this team. Okay. Yeah, no more votes have come in. So yeah, Jimmy is your MVP for game 2. Congrats to him. Let's message some people. I'm here. Okay, they're all up there. Let's go.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, we were laughing though. It's okay.
Hi guys.
Hi, Ridge.
Hello.
What's up? So
You guys kicked ass. That was awesome watching.
that was a great series. Like,
Yeah, for real, I had a lot of fun.
by the end, it was a pretty big lead, but like G5 credit to you guys. You guys fought. It was
Oh, for sure.
I think BGM can agree with me on this, that it wasn't just an easy 2-0.
No, it didn't feel like a one-sided game at all. Like, it really felt like for the lead we got, we had to fight for it, but we did it. That's what, at least from my side.
I think in my opinion, it was like very like you guys always had control and like we're always having like the direction you need to go, but it was like slow moving a little bit or slower than you might be used to, but you definitely still had like all the pressure you needed to take the lead. So
yeah, slow and steady. Well, I'm not the slow and steady one. That's Greg.
And also with the 2-0, you guys have actually clinched first for the split. Congratulations.
Oh, baby.
How?
Thank you.
From anyone on BGM, how does that feel?
it doesn't mean jack shit until we win it all. Literally means
Oh my
nothing.
god.
Literally
it
means
feels
nothing
good.
until we win championship.
We're going for championships.
Damn, okay.
That's awesome. It feels good to win, but it doesn't feel nearly as good as winning a championship. And that's what we're gonna do.
I mean, I'm okay, man. Like, I'm just
Fuck you,
having
Grant.
fun.
You feel sad.
I mean,
We're
I
all
like
sad.
Yeah. I want to put out for the record real quick. When I missed the Malphite ult in game 1,
That was hilarious.
my frames had dropped to 3. That's why I missed. That's why I didn't pause. I restarted my plane.
No excuses.
No, for real. I flash ulted and I was like, oh shit, now I'm just next to him. But it worked.
That was like in game number 1 when we tried the roam top lane. And we're coming back mid, and I'm like, Jimmy, C-Van's gonna wait for you in that bush and kill you. And he's like, all right. And then he just walks in the bush and dies.
Yeah,
He's like,
I was like,
you
maybe
just
I
told me that
can
was
ward.
bad.
That's a good idea. And I saw the laser, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why that was a bad idea. We got all that out of my system pretty quick.
No, but I'd like to actually answer your question. It does. It's pretty. It's nice that our team is starting to gel together, which is
Starting.
Starting?
well, it's nice that our team is gelling together, and we're starting to just play really well.
Yeah, you guys are just really a solid unit. I think it's hard for a lot of other teams to
get that together. You guys have managed to do it really quickly and very cohesively,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
very well. So good job.
I would credit that to us knocking out anyone who felt like they were a solo queue champion towards the early part of the split. Just being like, especially like Piper and Greg, like they're like, "Oh, I got this." It's like, "No, shut up. We're gonna play as a team." They're like, "Yeah, okay." And here we are.
Twitch chat, if y'all have any questions, drop them. Gert, you got anything?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering for both teams actually, who's kind of taking the ropes? Like, who's the shot caller? Do you guys kind of do like a collective? Or...
Well, I think for BGM, it's primarily me, and then Grant is kind of the secondary that tells me when I'm being too aggressive and doing stupid things and fixes it. But
I yell a lot of plays, but they don't.
Yeah, I think for the most part, our whole team kind of talks. I mean,
yeah, everyone kind of yells if they see a good play, and it's like, "Hey, that's a good play," and then we do it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just were so well coordinated, so
We finally figured each other out. Yeah.
I think it's for us. It's more so we just make sure everybody knows like what we're doing if we get a kill, what we're doing on each side of the map, and then once those things happen, all of us are like, okay, we know we're gonna go do this, and so it's just kind of everyone, reminding each other about all those things.
Yeah, Greg is like the big yes/no guy. Like if
yeah.
I start yelling, "Yo, I can get a big ult here," and everyone's on the other side of the map, Greg's like, "Jimmy, no," and I'm like, "But I can," which happens more frequently than I'd like to admit. But yeah, Greg's kind of like the big yes/no guy, but everyone really calls their own stuff, which is awesome.
Absolutely fair. G5, what about you guys? Like,
It's a little bit of everyone.
I don't know if we've talked about this with you guys yet.
I think you guys have asked us once before. It's a little bit of everyone, but we have two primary ones. We have Brett, Xerox33 kind of calls the early game, kind of controls it from the jungle part, and then that way Chris can get going a little bit, and then once we get to the later game, Chris makes most of the calls, but just like with BGM, we're all talking and pointing out things and saying, hey, here's this, here's that, and yeah, it's just kind of like everyone talking, but we have those two primary people that we listen to.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason that both of our teams have been, at least like in some regard, yours has been very successful. Ours has been, at least in some regard, pretty successful. But the reason is because we let like the team kind of do like at least for the early game, it feels like our teams are very vocal, like in all parts. And I think that's really important to have like everyone communicating and calling shots early on, so that way because no one can look everywhere on the map at once, and being able to know where like the jungler is if you're bot lane and you can't see him and someone says, oh, he's top, then like he's top lane. I mean, that's not necessarily calling shots, but having everyone be vocal like that allows for whoever's like dictating the final say, which in our case is Brett early on, and then usually me later on, and then it's whoever, they have a better time like making a better call because of that. So
right, that makes sense.
Yeah. Some questions from chat from Piper. Why wouldn't you let me play Klepto Draven?
Well,
I told him we should let him play.
Yeah,
Draven,
I mean that's it. There's nothing else that needs to be said. He's trash.
He's fucking garbage.
Agreed.
I
that's the consensus. We don't need to discuss that anymore. From Juan Dick III. How many times did Greg flash Ian miss?
Oh my god. The worst one was the one top against Dr. Volley Moon. First off, Jimmy's like TP top to save the tower. I didn't even look. I was like, done. I'm going. I don't even care. I'm TPing. Let's go. And then the tower died. I'm like, oh shit, I can't 1v1 a Warwick. And I'm like, alright, well, I should be okay if I just flash stun. And then I flashed and missed the stun. And I was like, alright, I'm just fucking
and like not by a little bit too. Sorry, Greg.
It was so off. It was so off. So a lot of times.
I thought you were gonna like look top first too, but
I just committed.
I was
communication.
I was about the Kleptomancy thing. I was actually debating playing Kleptomancy Victor first game because it's actually really strong going to Xerath. Like I can't really auto Xerath a lot, but like against any other matchup, it's really good because you just max Q.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Chat is. I don't see any more questions. So.
That's a question.
I mean,
fuck you, Greg. That's a question.
Fuck you.
Who said that?
Piper. Fuck you, Greg.
Lol. So
I mean,
go ahead, John.
I mean,
I was gonna say we can talk about how boosted Greg is, but I mean he wasn't the one that walked back towards the blast cone and popped himself straight in the air. And then also brain farted and walked into the bush bot lane when I knew they were there.
Good times.
Like as soon as I walked into it, I'm like, oh shit, I'm dead.
Rip. Press F, pay respects, etc., etc.
I think if Piper had the option at this point, he'd play Vayne every game. Like game number 2, MF was open. I was like, Piper, are you cool with MF? And he's like, I guess. I'm like, Piper, every time you play MF, you just get really fed. He's like, yeah, but I don't know. And I'm like, oh, you're playing Misfortune. He's like, okay.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I feel like Vayne's a more engaging ADC to play instead of an ult bot. You know,
Piper just wants to get like 30 kills and pop off every game.
Again from Juan Dick 3. How did Jimmy pick up her neck? I thought he was only a tank top player only.
Juan Dick is, washed up diamond player is trying to take credit for teaching Big Dick Jimmy the huge plays to split. But it's all Jimmy. Gio had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
I mean, like, basically, I went to Gio. I was like, "Hey, Gio, let's not play on the tank." He was like, "Yeah, Renekton's
Washed
cool."
up diamond player. I can't.
Yeah, basically.
That's a new one.
So I learned up how to play Renekton like a washed up diamond player. The only way I was gonna get to play it this game too was if they banned the Malphite and the Maokai, because Greg was like, "You're playing Malphite or Maokai," and I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right." And they banned both, so I got to play Renekton. It was awesome. Wonderful time.
just be like, haha, I'm playing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like to finally not play a tank in the LCS and win is great. For my ego, at least.
Yeah, I was wondering how you like pick up the Renekton because I've never seen you play that before, and especially into war.
I feel like I've seen you play it randomly in solo queue from your
I played a solo
OP.GG.
queue all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not one of those. Yeah, that's why I liked it too, because like no one's ever gonna expect me to play Renekton because I'm just a boosted tank player. So it's sort of like a pocket pick, which is nice. And it wins
played
into
it
the
well.
players too.
It was funny because like there was one time I think you like dashed in mid lane. I can't remember who it was, but like you ulted and then dashed in and burned like 2 flashes.
Yeah.
I just see him come in and he's like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, I'm big and scary.
Oh hi.
Run away.
Oh well, hello.
Oh hi, Mark.
Oh no.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Let's see, chat. Let's do one more question. Eventually, if someone wants to type one.
Yeah, my question is,
if chat doesn't come up with a question in a minute, I will ask about something being a sandwich. Okay, we got one. No, we don't have to torture people. When will we get to see the LeBlanc ADC?
I don't know. I think that's just as bad.
Yeah, that question is even worse. Hopefully never, and that's gonna do it.
You might get to see an Alistar top one day.
Oh lord, I didn't know this was season 4.
I will support that. I will
It's
like
good.
watch.
Everyone else on my team absolutely hates it, but I like it. I have a good time.
See, what you need to do is go full AP assassin after mid lane.
Yes, actually.
Knock any squishy's health halfway down. It's like
We're not doing Alistair top.
Dude, it's busted.
Well,
Piper,
See, I told you they hate it.
Piper, you weren't an MVP. Oh wait, Piper's gone. I was about to serve
Yeah.
mute.
Who wants to shit on my Alistar top pick, which is reasonable, but it's really good.
It's terrible.
I see Opie's joke.
Yo, let's play solo queue right
Support
now. Get
Alistair
in here.
top.
I'm playing it. Let's go.
See you
you guys
in Bronze 5.
Ouch. Not again.
Who's this guy
Not
that says
very good.
Santa isn't real, Rich? I mean,
The guy on my team from the last from the
I'm just
Christmas
saying,
tournament.
Santa is very
Who's
real.
solo carried
Just-
on
He
Gameplay
just
in the
came to
finals.
my house for Christmas and gave a bunch of presents to my little brother. Like, how can you say Santa isn't real? He left footprints! There were footprints out the door!
Okay, so that's gonna do it. Before Gert has a meltdown.
Piper's having a meltdown too if you watch chat.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much.
I mean, it's expected.
Let's just prevent the meltdowns and say that'll do it. Thank you guys for tuning in to this. It was, again, great series. Congratulations on the 2-0 and the first place for BGM. But for now, our next match, we only have one more scheduled this week. It is RIP versus GDA, and that is next Saturday the 20th at 10 p.m. EST, currently on twitch.tv/PMA LCS. The broadcast channel is subject to change. But we will be scheduled. Once matches get scheduled, we'll be announcing those, and tune in for those. And until then, I've been Jirachi with a wild Gert. And that will do it for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in.